Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it appears that the entirety of Battlefield 6's Battle Royale is out in the open because Temporal, once again, has provided us with more data mined information. This time around, he has recreated the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map complete with points of interest. On top of that, we're going to be revisiting a post from 2 months ago from him detailing a lot of the inner workings within the Battle Royale mode itself. So let's jump into things. If you want to watch a channel that will cover all of Battlefield 6, this is the channel for you. Be sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, and I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders, where I will be streaming the live multiplayer reveal. I obviously wasn't invited to LA, but don't worry, we'll be watching everything that goes down, so if you want to watch that with me, definitely hit the follow button on the stream, first link in the description. Here's the brand new post from Temporal today. He says, quote, "Here's a recreation of the Battle Royale map in Battlefield 6. The location appears to be called Linden Beach, and he's added a few points of interest just for context purposes, and apparently there are scattered hints for an underground metro system. The mode is currently labeled Battlefield Royale in-game." Here is the map that Temporal recreated. Just keep in mind, these are all leaks. These are all data mines he found in the game's files. So we don't actually know how the map is, laid out and what's going on. But these are apparently real points of interest scattered around the map. We have in the upper left-hand corner, moving across to the right, Marina, Main Street North. We have Lighthouse all the way down at the bottom, Main Street South, South Coast, the Valley. We have a golf resort, which would be pretty crazy to play on. The docks. Some people are speculating the docks is going to be a miniature recreation of the map No Shar Canals. We have absolutely no evidence for that, but I just think that would be insane. Then we have Fort Linden, and on the right we have a bunch of other additional points of interest. I really wish he included some sort of scale here just so we could see how big this map is, but I understand maybe that data isn't in the files yet for us to see. My guess is well, it's going to be a big map. It's a Battle Royale map. I think it's very safe to assume it's going to be very large, especially in a Battlefield game. Next stuff I want to go over are just some reminders with what this Battle Royale is going to include. It's going to have a ring of fire, and apparently if you touch it, you instantly die, or at least that is what the speculation is. So you really don't want to be riding the edge of it like we see so many people do in Battle Royales. If anything, this seems to me like they're really prioritizing people getting to the center of the map, getting into fights, and it sounds to me like it's going to be fairly fast-paced. In terms of other features, it's very clear EA is going for the jugular of Warzone with this new Battle Royale. Keep in mind, the person they brought on to make this Battlefield Battle Royale is Byron Bede, a person that had a lot to do with Call of Duty Warzone, and he essentially made Battlefield Warzone. At least based on these leaks, there are a lot of similar gameplay elements between this new Battlefield Battle Royale and Warzone itself. Some of these features include priority missions, countering missions, mission rewards, vehicle keycards, and custom weapon drops. Priority missions are, quote, "high reward opportunities that present themselves as the situation on the ground unfolds." Countering missions are when an enemy squad starts a mission nearby, you may be given the opportunity to stop them and steal their rewards. This includes something that is very similar to something we see in Warzone, where you can just pick a contract up off the ground and it marks a particular player. That appears to be in Battlefield 6 as well. The custom weapon drops are probably going to be pretty similar to loadouts. This is what the leak has to say. Watch for airdropped support packages containing your customized weapons. You can retrieve one of your custom weapons from a custom weapon drop, find another one to secure a second custom weapon. Custom weapon drops can be earned as rare rewards for completing missions. So kind of similar to the Warzone system, but I think in Warzone you open crates and you get money and then you can buy a loadout. One thing that seems to be very particular to this BF6 BR is as you complete missions, you earn different field upgrades, right? So depending on what class you're playing, the more missions you do, the more field upgrades for your class you unlock as you play. Just as an example, basing this off of the recent class post from BF6, the developers stated that the Recon class has some very powerful class traits, like if you body shot someone with a sniper, for instance, it will prevent them from healing, or if you damage them, it'll spot them. So as you play, you will gain certain traits just like that based on what class you are playing in the game. Something I am very unsurprised to see in a modern Battle Royale is the ability for you to respawn your teammates and of course the second chance option. This is what it has to say. For a short time after infill, you get 1 free redeployment after death. So this sounds something along the lines of that respawn battle royale mode in COD. The name is escaping me right now for some reason. The comment section will tell me what it is. Basically, you get 1 free respawn if you die, and then if you die permanently, you can redeploy your teammates. In order to redeploy your teammates, you're going to need to bring them back into the fight by activating a redeploy point. These will be scattered throughout the map. And then one thing that I find actually potentially problematic is there are mobile redeploy points that can be found as super rare loot. So say your entire team dies because they're just a bunch of noobs, but you find one of these, you can run around the map while respawning your whole team. One thing that I'm sure all of us expected is the addition of armor in this BR. Yes, there are armor plates you can have, and yes, there are different levels of plates you can get, right? You can carry more or just basically increase the amount you can put on. And another thing that I'm actually kind of surprised they're bringing back, but at the same time I'm not surprised about it, it appears there are going to be attack vehicles in this BR. There are vehicle containers. Quote, after you activate a combat vehicle container using a vehicle keycard, you'll need to defend it while it opens. So there are points of interest around the map that contain a attack vehicle, right? Basically a power vehicle for your team to access. Takes time to open, but once you get it, you'll probably have a tank or maybe a BMP or an IFV, something along those lines. Wouldn't it just be an absolute terror, though, if a very good vehicle team gets in a vehicle in the BR? What are you supposed to do in a 1v1 or like a 1v3, right? You can sometimes win those in BRs if you're an infantry, but what if you're in a 1v4 and they're all in a tank? That's always been something that's been on my mind when we talk about Battlefield Battle Royale, including vehicles. I understand vehicles are a part of Battlefield, but, you know, BR is kind of a different situation. So I will be very interested to see how powerful vehicle counters are in this next BR. One important thing to note about vehicles in this BR is there are going to be vehicle resupply stations, so it doesn't appear you're going to be able to infinitely keep the vehicle up at all times. You're going to need to go to these resupply stations if you're low on health or ammo to actually continue to utilize the vehicle. Now I want to touch on one of the most concerning aspects of this Battlefield BR, the oversight system. The oversight system is defined as follows. Apparently, this system allows soldiers out of the fight, so your dead teammates, to stay in the action with remote camera systems, drones, and turrets. There are oversight terminals that you can capture that gives your dead squad mates the ability to control an advanced security system with lethal potential. So let me get this straight. My team dies, right? Maybe they deserve to die. Maybe they're really bad. They're making really bad decisions. And then if I capture an oversight terminal, I can give these dead players the ability to impact the game and potentially kill other players from the grave. One example of something your dead teammates can use is an oversight gadget, which is a drone, and the drone in this leak quite literally says bombs away. So imagine you wipe a team and they capture an oversight terminal, and then suddenly you're getting bombed by the team you just beat. Again, questions come to mind regarding whether or not this should even be in the game in the first place, but even larger questions come to mind regards to the late game of any sort of BR game. If you're in the final circle or one of the final circles, and again, you're in like a 2v2 or a 3v3 or a 1v4, dude, I don't really want to get bombed by people that I already beat in this scenario. Like, if you're dead in a BR, that's it. You died, you really shouldn't be able to do anything. So that is pretty much all we know about the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale so far. There is some question as to whether or not Battlefield should even have a BR in the first place, but again, I really think the player base is missing the big point here. The Battlefield Battle Royale was never meant for the core Battlefield player base. The Battlefield Battle Royale they're going to make is meant to attract new players. They're going for Warzone. They're going for PUBG. They're going for the BR player base. You really can't stop them at this point. They fucking made it, so it might as well be successful. We shall see how any of this plays out. I assume during the multiplayer reveal, or at least hopefully during the multiplayer reveal on July 31st, we will have some sort of footage regarding the Battle Royale, or perhaps they will reveal it at a later date. That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that like button. Really helps the video out. Subscribe to the channel if you plan on following Battlefield 6. And hit the follow button on my streams. First link in the description. I stream every single day. Let me know what you think about all this stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.